Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 5th of August. My disclaimer, it is for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to achieve trading signals. Right, just moving sideways mainly at the moment on Bitcoin on the daily chart. We're over the 50 DMA and we're slightly below. Are we? No, we've been moved slightly above since I capped the chart, the daily middle band. But basically, we are testing the daily middle band as resistance. In terms of the hourly chart, no divergence. We could have had a head and shoulders form here and already broken down, or we could be forming, hang on, wait a second, I'll draw in a couple of lines. We could be forming an alternate head and shoulders here. Hang on. So, right. Now that is one possible head and shoulder neckline. Here is another one, but more likely we'd be forming it from here. So we could be forming a right shoulder equally. Both of these could fail, and we could go back up into a retest of the high. I'm slightly disconcerted by what's happening on equities, although, to be honest, this hasn't bled over into crypto an awful lot. The obvious direction really here would be directly down on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, less so on Solana. All right, looking at Solana. Solana pretty sideways so far this week. On the daily chart, it's at 74.10, and that puts it below the 50 DMA and the daily middle band. Not quite at a test yet, but might test that today. On the hourly chart, we've got a nice looking rising support trend line here, and that's great because that means it's probably a flag. However, we don't have a well-defined resistance trend line for that flag. So if it needs to go up and touch that trend line, we don't currently know where it is. And that's more of a problem. So we shall see. Could this be a bull flag forming? Hang on, wait a second. Yes, and this is the drawing of that possible bull flag, which could be setting up a retest of this this high here, 83.89. So I'm still wondering about that, and we don't have an obvious reversal pattern down here. In terms of Ethereum, Ethereum's been going sideways so far this week. In terms of the daily middle band, we're basically testing it now. We're a few handles below it, and we're over the 50 DMA. So we're testing that as resistance now. And if we see both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and well, if we see all three of them break up above those, then that will open up some more upside. I'm not seeing a lot of room for upside on Ethereum. We could go back and retest this higher again, of course, but we already got 3 touches on this flag resistance trend line. The obvious direction really is down. With a possible head and shoulders forming here, maybe a retest this high to set up a double top. But if we see a significant move up, i.e. the sort of move which could see Solana retest that high, it's hard to see how this wouldn't get over that obvious flag resistance, and it's a nice flag resistance. So we will see how that goes, but my lean is still towards the downside, but with some concerns about retests. We shall see how that goes. All right, great. Looking at questions, we have none. My pleasure as always, mate. Everyone take care. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers.